Who likes to lose? However, some defeats are easier to cope with than others. Find out more in this video. This week I went to Egypt again, to our new base in Soma Bay near Hurghada. As I reported in one of my last videos, Mohamed Safwat and I are in the process of running a tennis center on site. This brings with it many opportunities and of course a lot of work, and now in the planning stage many organization issues. In addition to a practice center for professional tennis players and young prospective professionals, we also want to organize international tournaments and offer a good range of activities for amateurs who enjoy playing tennis and want to improve their skills. In my opinion, Egypt's geographical location is ideal for establishing a high-quality base for the African and Arab region, as well as offering training facilities for Europeans, especially in the winter months. Mohamed Safwat will certainly spend a lot of time here in the future and pass on his knowledge to professionals and young people. I will also be spending a lot of time in Egypt over the next few months to support the launch as much as possible from my side. We already have a team of young Egyptians who are ready to start. A fitness coach, a coach who will be responsible for the children, a coach who will support us with the youngsters, and another person who will help us with the professionals on the court, as well as with marketing, administration and organization. All of these coaches will of course also support the amateur sector. Furthermore, I will make sure that there will always be an experienced coach from Europe here who can of course be deployed in all areas on the court and also educate our coaches here and broaden their horizons. More details about this, as well as information about our planned activities here, will gradually follow in the next videos. But now back to my introduction. Defeat is always painful, but there are two types of defeat. The first is simply losing because you have to acknowledge that your opponent was better, at least on that day. The second is because you let the match slip out of your hands, the reasons for which can be very different. I think accepting your opponent's superiority is easier than knowing that you had to accept defeat through your own fault. For Yuri Rodionov, this week's defeat was his own fault. He was simply too error-prone in the decisive moments against the young upcoming Spaniard Landelus, and that was punished. Surely a match that Yuri should have won that turned into a defeat. I hope Yuri draws the right conclusions for himself and is prepared to raise his level to avoid repeating mistakes of this kind in the future. Sebastian Sorger and Slava Bielinski were back in Vienna for practice this week. The weather was very unstable, so they had to move indoors again and again. Nevertheless, the two of them completed enough quality sessions and the next tournament can come. Thank you for your interest and I hope to see you again in the next video.